You don't feel it immediately. There's no celebration, no dramatic moment where life suddenly looks like a movie. But one day, you pause and realize something is different. You check your bank balance and don't feel anxious. An unexpected expense shows up and your chest doesn't tighten. You stop refreshing your account every day. You stop counting coins in your head. Nothing around you changed, but you did. And that shift usually happens around one number. Not a million, not even six figures. For most people, everything begins to change after their first $20,000. This video is about why that number matters so much, what it unlocks mentally, why most people never reach it, and how crossing it can permanently change the direction of your life, if you don't sabotage it. Stay with me, because by the end of this video, you won't see money the same way again. Most people believe their financial problems are about income. They think, if I just made more money, everything would be fine. But that's not true. Most financial stress comes from living in constant survival mode. When you have very little saved, your brain is under pressure all the time. Every bill feels dangerous. Every delay feels like failure. Every mistake feels permanent. So you rush decisions. You grab short-term wins. You say yes when you should say no. You chase quick money instead of stable money. Not because you're irresponsible, but because your nervous system is overloaded. Scarcity changes how you think. It makes you impatient. It makes you emotional. It makes you reactive. And as long as you're reactive, you can't build anything meaningful. This is why so many people work hard for years and still feel broke. They never escape the psychological loop of survival. But then, something interesting happens when you reach a certain level of savings. Not wealth, not freedom, just enough margin. Around $20,000, the panic slowly fades. You stop asking, what if something goes wrong, and start asking, what should I do next? That's the invisible shift. Here's the part no one explains properly. $20,000 doesn't make you rich, but it makes you calm, and calm is powerful. When you're calm, you think long-term. When you're calm, you don't chase every opportunity. When you're calm, you can wait. Waiting is a superpower in a world full of desperate people. Before this milestone, money controls your mood. After it, your mood starts controlling your money. You stop obsessing. You stop checking prices before you check value. You stop making decisions from fear. This is when money stops feeling like something you're fighting and starts feeling like something you're managing. There's also a deeper psychological reason this number matters. Your brain categorizes money in levels. Small amounts feel disposable. A few thousand feels like safety. But around 20,000 is the first time money starts feeling like identity. It's the first time you can honestly say, I'm not broke anymore. That sentence matters more than people realize. Once you believe you're no longer broke, your behavior changes automatically. You don't tolerate nonsense as easily. You don't accept bad deals just to survive. You don't cling to situations that drain you. You begin to protect your time, your energy, and your focus. And protection is the foundation of growth. At this point, people usually fall into one of three paths. The first type is the spender. They see the number, feel proud, and immediately upgrade their lifestyle. New habits, new expenses, new obligations. The money disappears quietly, not through one big mistake, but through many small ones. They end up back where they started, confused about how it happened. The second type is the freezer. They become afraid to move at all. They hold on to the money so tightly that it never grows. Fear replaces scarcity, but fear still controls them. The third type is the builder. They understand that $20,000 isn't a reward, it's a tool. They don't rush, they don't panic, they don't show it off. They use it to buy time, skills, leverage, and optionality. Only this third type truly changes their future. Here's something important. The first $20,000 isn't about money. It's about proof. Proof that you can delay gratification. Proof that you can follow systems. Proof that you can stay consistent even when motivation fades. That's why people who reach this level once often reach it again. Money follows patterns. Patterns follow identity. Once you see yourself as someone who can build savings, you start behaving like someone who deserves more. Another quiet change happens after this point. Your relationship with opportunity shifts. Before, every opportunity feels urgent. You feel pressure to say yes. You feel afraid to miss out. After, opportunities feel selectable. You can walk away. You can negotiate. You can wait for better terms. This is when people start making smarter investments, not just financially, but in their careers, their skills, and their relationships. You stop asking, "Can I afford this?" and start asking, "Is this aligned with where I'm going?" That's a higher level of thinking. But this phase is also dangerous because confidence can quietly turn into complacency. Many people hit 20,000 and think they've arrived. They relax too much. They lose discipline. They forget what got them there. And slowly, the number goes down. Not dramatically, but steadily. That's why this milestone isn't the finish line. It's the test. What you do after this point determines whether your life accelerates or resets. The real secret of the first $20,000 is this. It doesn't buy luxury. It doesn't buy freedom. It buys fearlessness. Not reckless confidence, but quiet stability. The kind that lets you think clearly. The kind that lets you say no. The kind that lets you wait for the right move. And once fear stops controlling you, everything changes. Your decisions improve, your stress drops, your future expands. If you're still working toward this milestone, don't rush it. Focus on systems. Focus on consistency. Focus on becoming the kind of person who can hold money without panicking or wasting it. And if you've already crossed this line, treat it with respect, because this isn't just a number. It's the moment you stop surviving and start building. If this video helped you see money differently, subscribe to the channel. Comment 20K if you're working toward this milestone or if you've already reached it. Remember, the number matters far less than the person you become while reaching it.